Good evening, everyone. Um, how is everyone doing on this Monday evening? Um, to, Today I want to go ahead and talk about how the red pill men are hypocrites, and I found out that the red pill men wants to label all women as 304s, and they do it to please their base. That's why they do it. The red pill men are the biggest hypocrites of them all. They really are. And what I came to know is that at the end of the day, it's all about divide and conquer when it comes to the red pill men. And I've realized something else when it comes to this too. A lot of them, they have um, they've never healed from a breakup, and a lot of them wants to go ahead and put the blame on the women who didn't do anything to them. They just want to go ahead and blame the women. And they don't care if a woman gets hurt by it. That's the thing about it. And I also realize that, again, you have black men who listen to that stuff and then wonder why the women who are good don't want anything to do with it. The same thing is happening in other communities as well, but within the black community, when it comes to black women, the majority of them, well, those who are speaking out, they do not feel safe around the majority of black men. Now, are there black men who are not like the red pill men? Yeah, there are. The thing of it is that when it comes down to it, it's the black men who want to go ahead and make it so all of us would think like the red pill black men do. That's what they want. They want the black men who are nice to women, who has good character, who are not misogynistic, who stands up for women, and when something bad happens to a woman, uh, they will form a search party. They want those black men to join them on the red pill side. And the thing of it is, at the end of the day, when and this is why I say that, and other people have said this too. Black women, you can't fix a broken man. You can't. It's lit, and the man, stock market Steve, he always says this: you cannot fix a broken man. You can't. It's impossible. No matter how much you try, they will resent it later. They will resent it later, and they and then they will make you into the fool, because then they will have you wrapped around their fingers. They get to do whatever they want to you. They get to manipulate you, and everything else. And it's a never ending story when it comes to that. The red pill men, they want control over women. They want women to do what they want them to do, which is, be subservient. And if he decides to hit you or anything, don't say nothing. And I'm going to say this. This is also the reason why you have black femicide going up. This is also one of the reasons why. And this is why I said black women who, worships the ground that black men walk on, they have been taught that at a young age. Oh, the black man is God and all this. If we're gods, when we bleed, would that make our blood look like gold or something? Because I'm starting to see that as of right now, this black male worshiping thing hasn't gotten the black community nowhere. All it did was create excuses for black men. That's the only thing it did. And the main problem is is that the pygmies and this is why I agree with the black women who speak out against the injustices that black women face within the community. The pygmies are also responsible for black men feeling entitled. And it's like they do not want to let it go. They always want to, say, oh, he's a king and everything else. My question, here's the thing. And I believe this. If there was no black male worship and we put character over the black male worship, the stuff that has happened, the black femicide rates will not be happening the way it is in the black community. And not only that, but you have the pygmies who says, who worship the ground that Nick Cannon walks on. You have them, they're still saying free Tory Lanez. They're still saying that. They're still saying that. And yes, the pygmies deserve much of the blame as the narcissistic black men do. Because this game of uplifting black men, yeah, I understand. Black men need this encouragement. But here's the thing. Calling them kings is not going to help. Calling us kings, it's only going to make black men feel more entitled. And when we don't get our way, that's when the crash out happens. That's when it happens. And the thing of it is, when I see stories of black women being unalived, when I see that, I see black women who have been indoctrinated not only by the narcissistic black men and by the they were indoctrinated by RedPill black men. And not just by them, but by the pygmies of the community as well. And not only that, but a woman has to accept a man who is cheating on her. Do they know the diseases that comes from that? Or are they still stuck in their minds and saying, "Oh, but you gotta accept how he is. That's how he is, and this and that and the third." And not only that, but within the Black community, Black women and girls are going missing. They're being sex trafficked, human trafficked, and no one doesn't want to say anything about it. All because of the Black male worship. They are afraid to put a Black man who is doing the crime in prison. They are afraid. Let's keep it a buck. They are afraid because what? One innocent. Here's the thing. I get Black men, innocent Black men are dying at the hands of the police, but there are also those who cause harm to other people. You know, and the police comes in and they see it firsthand. I mean, what do you expect them to do? If they do nothing, then the woman's life will be taken away from her. That's why I'm against the Black male worshiping women. That's why I'm against them. Because they, right along with the red pill Black men, have created these problems. And then they literally expect young Black women to take part in this. And then when case in point, ladies and gentlemen, I was on, I saw a live stream today by the YouTuber named You're Triggered, and it was, and you know, and here's what the live was about. Dr. Umar is a fraud. We've been known that. And deadbeat dads and gaslighting Black women. And I listened into that live stream, and she is right. She's right. The pygmies are dangerous, just like the Black men who listens to red pill content. You trigger told no lies. She really didn't. And the thing of it is you now have those who says pretty much you oh man, you legitimately have people who, is willing to ignore when something bad happens to a black woman or a little black girl. And those who care, they wind up being called simps for no reason ex- but because he cares for a little black girl. He cares about black women. He wants to find his sister. He wants to find his auntie, his grandma, his mother, or or girlfriend, or even his wife. And I'm going to say this. Yes, there are good black men out here, but most of them, they talk that red pill nonsense. And what is happening is the things that you see today. Black male worship should never exist. Not in this lifetime or in the next lifetime. And with the red pill stuff going on, how long is it before the boyfriend who is watching the red pill nonsense winds up taking that woman's life? And not only that, but then you gotta have the pick-me's saying, oh, it's her fault, this and all that stuff. But they want to go ahead and they want to say that women are the are 304s. But I got video that I'm going to show y'all that proves that the red pill men are, wow, pick me's, pick me's get picked. Yeah, and those same pick me women wind up in the ground or wind up as single mothers. If you want me to go down the list with you of pick me's that are in the ground because their loved ones is their person that they love decided to end their lives because the man had a bad day or something, we can do that. We can do that. And I can invite and you know what? I can invite the parents of the victims onto the channel so they can speak their mind. I can actually do it. And if I do it, I do not want no black man or no black male worshiping woman coming on here saying, oh, but that's not right. The problem, and that is part of the problem. What makes someone to pick me? When you put down other women so you can be picked, and man, y'all come, I knew it was just a matter of time before people up here come up here and ask me the stupid questions. Here we go. Hey, Shuri, what is the definition of a pick me? Because I'm going to let it. I'm going to let the people know what a pick me girl is. Oh, thank you. Here's what a pick me girl is, and this is the definition. A pick me girl is a derogatory slang. A term for a woman who seeks male validation and attention by often criticizing or belittling other women, often while claiming not to be like the other girls. And here's more definitions of it. Desire for male approval. The core of the term is a woman's perceived obsession with gaining attention and validation from men, often at the expense of her relationships with other women, not like the other girls' mentality. See, that's it. And that's it. I can't with the gaslighting. I can't, because I'm reading what it says. I'm reading the definition, and I'm reading the detailed explanations. That's the problem. I'm starting to think most black men can't read for shit. Now, back to the more and you know what else? It makes black men who can read, who can define the actual word. You know, anyway, let's hurry up and get finished with this. not like the other girl's mentality. Pick me girls often express that they are different from other women, sometimes by displaying behaviors or interests that are traditionally associated with men, or by criticizing or discrediting other women's interests. Examples of behavior: constantly seeking validation from men, downplaying or criticizing other women's interests, expressing that they are low maintenance or chill, actively trying to be seen as a guy's girl. Next, origin and usage. The term originated in recent years but gained traction on social media. It's used as an insult, and the term can be especially harmful to women who are genuinely interested in things that they are being ridiculed for. And then there is one of a pick me boy and everything else. But yeah, here's the thing. The definition of a pick me, I'm going to go over the definition again. A pick me girl is a derogatory slang term for a woman who seeks male validation and attention by often criticizing or belittling other women, often while claiming to be not like the other girls. And then there is another one. The pick me and pick me girls describes a woman who wants a man to pick her over other women. The term also alludes to the idea that the woman will do anything for attention or acceptance, similar to a small child who desperately wants to be chosen or noticed. The term pick me girl has been used since at least 2016. But yeah, that is the definition. And the fact that the person who was in here in the chat earlier can't understand that, they're actually proving the white man right. I'm just gonna flat out say it. And they're proving other people who you know, well, you get the idea. But here's another thing. Black men who listens to the red pill, all of a sudden will have any criticism or come up in here like the other person did, like that person did, and actually said what, what he or she said. And the main problem is that once someone calls them out on it, all of a sudden they want to go ahead and defend the bad behavior of men. And yes, I described what pick me is. And that person personally I feel like didn't want to accept that term. If she didn't want to accept that that's what it says in the dictionary, which means when it comes down to it, this is why education is important. But yeah, when it comes to red pill men, they are the biggest 304s out there. They are. And think about it. And also think about it. And I want personally, I feel like to understand this before, I close out. Black women decided, when the Tailbone Rackens stuff happened, when he was unalived by his white girlfriend, black women didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing, and rightfully so. If you want to tear down black women, then again, like I said, the black women have the right not to march for you. They have the right to put themselves first. And I also looked up, DV rates, and it says based on statistics, DV is the number one health issue facing black women. And you know what? And I also want to shout out to the angry biracial, because he also looked it up and made a video also. And I checked in the comments, and there was one comment that stuck out to me. And it said, OMG, as a black woman, I am afraid of my own. She is afraid of her own race of men. And that sentiment is going to keep surfacing. That's why when I see black women dating outside of the black race, I have no problem. Whenever I see women of any race being loved on by a man who doesn't listen to red pill content, I have no problem with. I have no problem with men like Russell Wilson. I definitely have no problem with men like with men like Alexis Ohun. And before I go, I also want y'all to watch this video that I found. And it's going to explain, you know, why, there are black women who are done with black men. And to the people who will have a problem with this video, take it as you will. But remember, the men who want to lower women's self-esteem, or who want to put everything on the woman, y'all started this. Y'all did. Not the women, y'all did. Because y'all want to get away with every little thing without no pushback, no nothing. So yeah, as of right now, I'm gonna show you a video of a black woman who is no longer interested in dating black men. So I can show you what the red pill does. It doesn't make stuff better, it makes things worse. Sorry, that is one of many. My bad. That is one of many that I have seen. One of many. Now, there are going to be black women who support black men who have good character. But but yeah, as I was saying, there are a lot of videos like this. There are way more videos like this that are out there. And now I'm gonna show you a biracial woman who is saying the same things that black women have been saying.
Being with a black man, we have to go through so many loopholes to get into a relationship. Alright, check this out. How chicks be doing when a dude speak his mind? Sis, who hurt you? Who hurt you, sis? We don't care. Like, if you want to go date other races, I swear we don't care. That's y'all that get mad when black.
Number one, black women do not get mad when black men date out. That's the pick-me's that get mad when a black man dates out. At the end of the day, the root cause.
Y'all be getting mad. We don't care.
I'm telling y'all, black male worship was the stupid. Matter of fact, it was the stupidest thing to have ever happened. And yeah, it is stupid. It's the stupidest thing that has ever happened. And it's not trashing black men, it's pointing out the things that black men get away with. And when I looked up the O.J. Simpson trial, that's when I started to think, my God, O.J. got away with murder. But then want to go ahead and call Chris Benoit a monster. Black men who listen to RedPill content are the biggest hypocrites of them all. To the black women out there, if you have white friends, I want you to share this video. I want you to share this video with them. Because guess what? The entitlement that black men have is, see, to the white women who do support black women that's out there, you're not the only ones who have an issue with entitled men. You're not the only ones. And quite frankly, when it comes down to this stuff, this is for black women, white women, and everyone. Teach your daughters to recognize the warning signs. Because here's the thing. Because as of today, the boy moms, yeah, they're also there are a problem. I agree with you. There black women who don't coddle their sons? Yes, there are. I'm not going to deny it. But again, you have those that will coddle their son. And then, when their sons don't get what they want, they go to the red pill spaces. That's why I agree. I agree with the women who are calling out the boy moms. Because too many women are losing their lives out here because of this red pill stuff and because of black male worship. Oh, but the black man is king and everything. We are human. If we were gods, when we bleed, our blood should be gold, not red, gold. But the pick-me's have been so brainwashed to the point that they think we bleed. When we bleed, our blood is gold. Um, um, for those who are speaking out, I'm telling y'all, get away from the pick me women. Get away from them. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Get away from them. Now I'm gonna do some more explaining on the pick me side of things next month in May. But yeah, at this point, to the black women out there, teach our daughters to recognize the warning signs of when a man is trying to control her. White women, you gotta do the same. Because I do stories not only on black femicide, I'm looking at other cases when it comes to femicide as well. To every race of woman, y'all been conned, meaning y'all been bamboozled to go against each other. For what? For some narcissistic black dude who will in turn end your life if you don't do what he said? And that is how the red pill works, ladies and gentlemen. They get the women to turn on each other. Then they get the women to accept the behaviors of the men. Which is one of the main reasons why it's time for the black male worship to end. Now, for the women who have their who had their parents, their fathers teach them how to read, that's good. But leave the black male worshiping out of that situation. Because most of the black men, they're not good. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say this one last thing, and then I'm going to end it here. It's funny that you have the men who wants to blame women for, everything that's happening in the community. But the last time I checked, and I checked it up and down, black men were cheating on their wives and their girlfriends and making babies elsewhere. They were the ones that were making single moms, aka Dr. Umar Johnson, Nick Cannon, and others who are in polyamorous relationships. Y'all, these red pill dudes up here blaming the women when the men were the cause of it. And that leads me to another live stream that I saw too, where there was a woman in there who said that, well, she said the things, that needed to be said about the leadership of black men. And you know what? I don't even fault her for saying it, because I saw proof of it tonight. Black men up here talking about that. Now, if it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. Ain't that the same thing that red pill men be trying to tell black women? if this does, I'm going to say it to black men. If this doesn't apply to you, let it fly. That's all you gotta do. Let it fly. But yeah, I just want to come on here and say this. Um, yeah, um, black women, if you have daughters, teach her how to spot the red flags. And also to the other races of women, teach your daughters how to spot the red flags. Because too many of our loved ones are dying at the hands of these men. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for coming. If you want, you can leave a comment. Make sure to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I will be doing more live streams like this. Oh, and at 9:40, I will be on Twitch, and I will be streaming Mission Impossible Fallout. Um, but yeah, I legitimately I legitimately had to say this tonight, because enough is enough. And with that, I'm gonna play y'all a video, and one last video, that I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream.
I like you.
Yeah, that video was about why is bashing black women a trend. And it was by JJ, and the title reads, "They are the blueprint," meaning black women are the blueprint. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for coming, and until next time, love, peace, and happiness, and I'll see y'all. Soon on Twitch, and I will be picking up on the conversation of the pick me stuff. And I will be doing that. Well, I will be doing that one on May 3rd of May. So yeah, make sure you've been looking, make sure you look for that live stream. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I'm gonna get the movie ready, and I will be starting the movie at 9:50 again, and it will be on Twitch. Love, peace, and happiness, and I'll see y'all again soon. Good night, everyone.